Alright guys, so this is the second half of the video. So we're going to introduce the third angles theorem, and this theorem basically says that if we know two angles of one triangle are congruent to two angles of the other, then that means the third angles have to be congruent to each other. So we're going to go ahead and write out a proof that shows that. So we're given that angle A is congruent to angle D, and we're given that angle B is congruent to angle E. Okay, that is given. And we want to prove that C is congruent to angle F. All right, so looking up here, I can tell you that angle A plus angle B plus angle C is equal to 180. And I can also tell you that angle E plus angle D plus angle F is equal to 180. Okay, that is the triangle sum theorem. Okay, remember the triangle sum theorem tells you that all angles of a triangle have to add up to 180. Well, if both of these are equal to 180, I can now say angle A plus angle B plus angle C is going to equal angle E plus angle D plus angle F. And that is the transitive property. If you want to put substitution, transitive, that's all right as well. All right. All right, from here, I'm going to start substituting. So I'm going to substitute angle D in for angle A. So angle D plus angle E in for B. Angle E plus angle C equals angle E plus angle D plus angle F. That's just substitution. Okay, well notice I have a D and an E on both sides, so I'm going to subtract angle D and an angle E from both sides. And that's the subtraction property of equality. And when I'm left with is angle C is congruent to angle F, which is exactly what I want. That's just by simplifying. So I did just write a theorem for the third angles theorem. All right, guys, let's look at example 5. Now, in example 5, we're trying to prove these two triangles are congruent. Okay, so I'm going to start with what I'm given. I'm given that AD and BC are congruent. So AD is congruent to BC. I'm also given that DC is congruent to AB. Okay, so those two are given. Now, those are only two of the sides, okay? So that would be like this side and this side are congruent, and this side and this side are congruent. So I'm missing the center side right here, but notice that both of them have AC in common. So couldn't I say that AC is congruent to AC by the reflexive theorem? Or by the reflexive property, sorry. And then using these three, I can say all three sides are congruent to the other. Okay? So now I just have to prove that my angles are congruent. Okay, well looking up here, I have that angle ACB is congruent to angle DAC. That's given. And I also have that angle BAC is congruent to angle ACD. That is also given. Now, I don't have anything that I could use to show that D and B are congruent unless I use the theorem we just did. If I know that these two are congruent and these two are congruent, by the third angles theorem, I can tell you that angle D is congruent to angle B by the third angles theorem. And now, using these three, I know all three angles are congruent to the others. Okay? And now, because I've shown that all three sides are congruent, all three angles are congruent, I can say that triangle ACD is congruent to triangle CAB just by the definition of congruent triangles. All right, let's look at example 6 now, guys. So the first thing I noticed is this single arc is 68 degrees, and this single arc also has to be 68 degrees. Okay, so if I look at this triangle over here, I notice that I know the measure of 2 of the 3 angles. Okay, but I can find the measure of this missing angle. I can say 75 plus 68 plus, I don't know, I'm just going to call it x, equals 180, because all angles of a triangle have to add to 180. All right, so if I simplify this, this is 143 plus x equals 180. Subtract 143 from both sides. I'm left with 37 equals x, so that means this is 37 degrees. Okay, well, if this is 37 degrees, guys, vertical angles are congruent. This has to be 37 degrees. So the measure of angle DCN, it's right here. It's what's missing. So if I look at this triangle highlighted in yellow, I know that all angles have to add up to 180, so I can say 68 plus 37 plus angle C equals 180. And 68 plus 37 is 105 plus angle C equals 180. Subtract 105 from both sides. I get angle C equals 75 degrees. Okay, so DCN is 75 degrees. All right, so B asks me what additional information is needed to conclude that these two triangles are congruent. Okay, well, I know that all 3 angles are congruent, so I've checked that off our list, and I know that CN is congruent to NR. Okay, so what I would need to know is that DC here and RS are congruent, so I'd need to know that DC is congruent to RS. And I would also need to know that last side, so I'd also need to know that DN is congruent to NS. And after I would know those 2 things, I could tell you that these 2 triangles for sure are congruent. All right, guys, there's several ways to do this, but I'm just going to show you the way I find the easiest. All right, so if there's 2 arcs here, and there's 2 arcs here, that means this has to be 30 degrees. Okay, and if there's a single arc here and a single arc here, if this one's 45, that means this one has to be 45 as well. Okay, now I want to look at this triangle that I'm highlighting. I don't care about all the other triangles, I just want to look at this triangle that I'm hiding. Okay, and honestly, right now, I don't even care that this is 30 degrees anymore. Okay, so if I were just to rewrite this, so this is B, this is C, this is D, this is 30 degrees, this is 45 degrees. I just rewrote this and took out all the extra stuff. I want to find the measure of angle BDC, which is right here. Okay, well, I know all 3 angles of a triangle have to add to 180, so 30 plus 45 plus angle BDC equals 180. Okay, well, 30 plus 75 is, or 30 plus 45 is 75. So if I subtract 75 from both sides, I get angle BDC equals 105 degrees.